Great. Welcome to Wednesday, February 26th. I never know where these days go because they go by so quick. But today you're going to be creating with Colleen. My name is Colleen Magnus, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator on the East Coast in Virginia. So I come to you live every Wednesday at noon Eastern Time. And if you were with me last week, I was just giddy because we were getting snow. You know, I love snow. I'm originally from Chicago, but I've been in Virginia for quite some time. And y'all, we got 10 inches of snow, 12 inches in some places, and it was so much fun. And the grandchildren, they came over. We were riding the little four-wheelers in the backyard. We made a snowman. We went walking, forgot about the snow cream. So I guess I'll just have to take my condensed milk and like make some brownies or something. It's like a win-win. But anyways, and then here we are a week later, and it is like almost 70 degrees today. The snow has melted. It's like perfect. It really is, because you want to play in it for a while, but you don't want it to hang around for too long. And here on the East Coast, it does not. Literally, it is a gorgeous day outside today. 70 degrees, y'all. So again, this is our roller coaster. They always say that if you don't like the weather, stick around, it'll change. And you can literally get all 4 seasons in 1 week, which we pretty much do this time of year. So today I am going to share some projects with you. One project we're going to make, but it features 3 different Sale-A-Bration products that you can get for free. And y'all, Sale-A-Bration ends this Friday. Can you believe it? This Friday it's over. This is one of Stampin' Up's biggest sales, and once it's gone for a year. You won't see this again until 2026. But I'm real happy with the card. I think you will be too. It's a card of encouragement. I think we all need encouragement in our lives, because I think it's probably safe to say everybody's got something. I've always said that. And we have the ability to make a difference. You know, that's the best part. Sending a card, letting somebody know that you're there for them, bringing a meal, just, you know, even a stranger on the street, even just like walking up, looking somebody in the eye and saying hello. Oh my goodness. The difference we can make if we just did those things every day. So I am going to boot up. Let me sit here. Hopefully I will see y'all on my laptop. I'm going to turn this down and we are going to get creating. Let me click here. You know, every time you come on, it seems like it's different, but by golly, I see me. So that's, hopefully you see me too. So anyways, let me turn this around. Hold on. Hold on. Whoops. Let me look at the sky. Look at the sky, y'all. That is my view. Of course, I've got the chimney in there, but that is how gorgeous the sky is today, where we had snow last week. And again, I'm okay with that because I got to play, I got to experience it, then it all went away. And now I'm hoping for spring. I've got my fix. I do not need any more snow. I'm hoping for spring. And I will say this, in Virginia, we have had our biggest snowstorms at the beginning of March, so praying that is not the case. Let me raise this up a little bit here. How did that do? Did I mess it all up? All right, let me pull this here. Hey, am I in there? Am I in there? I gotta wait, there's like a delay. Let me pull that back just a little bit. So, hey, Melinda, I'm glad you are here. And Gwen, I'm so excited I finally get to meet you in person at our Raleigh event, our Stampin' Up! On Stage Raleigh event. Good Lord, this is going from bad to worse. I should stand up and look at it again. Evelyn, hello from Germany. Evelyn, I'm always blessed when you are here. I'm blessed when all of you are here, but I just think it's great that you could be so far away, but yet so close. Hey, Rhonda, how are you doing? From Arizona. My aunt lives in Oro Valley. So, yeah, what a sky. Isn't that beautiful? It is just so pretty. So, Diane, I'm glad you are here too. Diane's in Chesapeake, so she's with me. Great snow last week. Beautiful 70-degree day today. All right, so let me show you the card we're making. I created it this morning, and I tried to use as many Sale-A-Bration products as I could, because, again, these products are no longer available after Friday. Stampin' Up! Will not bring them back. So here I have the Bloom Impressions Designer Series paper, which, hey, Rusty's here. Let's get crafty, Rusty. You got that right. You got that right. I was just showing him, Rusty, the Sale-A-Bration products. Rusty joined my team because it was such a great deal during Sale-A-Bration, and now, Rusty, you can place an order and get these awesome things free. And your discount. So how cool is that? So here I am using the Starstruck embossing folder. I have that here. That is on page 7. Almost you can miss it for the Sale-A-Bration items. You get that free with a minimum $60 order. Then when you go 2 pages over, the most gorgeous paper I've seen in a long time. This is called Bloom Impressions. And I have created quite a few projects with that since the beginning of the year. So I hope you'll check them out on my live Creating with Colleen Magnus YouTube channel. So I've used the paper there. And then what Stampin' Up! Does is we have Sale-A-Bration for the first month, January. This is good for both months, but then they come out with more items. So I've sent this to everyone in a newsletter. If you don't get my newsletter, please go to creatingwithcolleen.com and request it. But here we had more items to choose. And these were awesome items. Like, I mean, this is an entire alphabet and number set of dies that you can get free with a minimum $60 order. You have the trusty tool dies, but I wanted to get the Sale-A-Bration Beautiful Butterflies. Not that I need another butterfly set because, you probably have them just like me, but I got it for free, so how could I not? So this set is actually in the mini catalog on page 38 and 39, and it's called Beautiful Butterflies. So this is a set that you can get free with a minimum $60 order. And so what I did is I went ahead and did that. I stocked up on some white cardstock, some adhesives that I needed, got the Beautiful Butterflies for free, and then I went and bought the Beautiful Butterflies Hybrid Embossing Folder, which I'm going to show you today. I paid for that. So if you were to get the Hybrid Embossing Folder and the stamp set as a bundle, well, normally if you bought it separate, it'd be $66. If you buy it as a bundle, it's $59.25 because it's a hybrid folder. It's awesome. It does so many things. But if you get your stamp set free during Sale-A-Bration, then all you have to do is purchase the Hybrid Embossing Folder, Beautiful Butterflies right there, and it's $42. So instead of paying $59.25, you're going to pay $42, and you will still have this awesome bundle. So that's what I am using. I'm going to show you different ways to ink your stamp because this, in case you need me, I'm here for you. This is all one stamp. So I'm going to show you how I did it to get a nice clear stamp on each one. And again, I'll show you just how this folder works. So let me see. Just seeing who popped in. Melinda wishes she was going to Raleigh, but they're leaving for Florida on March 7th for 10 days. Well, Melinda, I would try to feel sorry for you, but I think that is a great deal. And that would not make me, oh my goodness, good for you. Have a wonderful time in Florida. I hope the weather is fantastic for you. And yeah, 12 inches of snow for springtime. But Diane, look at it outside now. It's gorgeous. And hello, Judy from Alberta, Canada. And hey, Patty, glad you're here. Okay, so again, this is the bundle. And I will go ahead and show you how to use this because you could use it a couple different ways. So this is our card. I'm going to go ahead and start. Let me put this there. Start creating for you, but don't rush off after the video because I do want to tell you about, if you haven't heard already, join in Stampin' Up. They have a great deal through Friday where, well, I'll tell you later, but it's a whole lot of product. So anyways, this right here is $91 in product you can reserve free. I know you came to watch me stamp, so don't let me forget that. Okay, so here's what you're going to need. You are going to need a piece of 8.5 by 5.5 inch basic white, and I scored it at 4 1/4. Then you're going to need a piece of 4 by 5 1/4 basic white, and I'm going to emboss this with the Start Struck embossing folder that you can get free from Sale-A-Bration. Next, I haven't used this color much, but that's going to be changing. Of course, it's been winter. I'm a Regals girl by nature anyways, but this Summer Splash, which is in the In Colors that just came out last year, love the Summer Splash. So you need a 3 1/4 by 4 1/4 piece of that. You need a 3 by 4 piece of Bloom Impressions. And then this, really, it's a 1.5 inch square, but I just did it as a strip, and I'm going to show you how to cut that to put a little accent on the inside of your card. So in addition to that, you need some scraps. These are roughly 3.5 by 4 1/4. This is Flirty Flamingo. This is, it's so hard to choose on your designer paper because it's gorgeous on both sides. I made some cards with this and love it. But again, Bloom Impressions. Get you an extra pack now before it's gone. And then a 1/2 inch strip of basic white. I've got two just in case I mess up. I like security. So take your screenshot and we are going to create. Okay, good. So what I'll do is I'll put all these right here, all these pieces. All right. So first I'm going to do is just the basic embossing folder. And y'all know I like to show it when I'm doing it in case anybody is new to stamping and they don't know about how to emboss. So I'm going to get my die cutting machine. I've got the Starstruck embossing folder. Y'all know I always tuck my little tab inside so I can just pull this in and out easily and not, it rips after a few times. So that's why it's always in here and then it doesn't rip at all. So I'm going to take that. And I have my die cutting machine here. I'm going to open it. And since this folder right here is a standard folder, it's thin, you're going to use a different plate. You're not going to use the 3D embossing folder. I'll use that when I do the other folder. But here you're just going to have a basic plate. You're going to take your cardstock, put it inside your folder, and y'all never put, even if you're doing something bigger, never put it all the way up in the crease because that puts pressure on it and it could break. We don't want to break, especially when you can't get it after Friday. So I'm going to put this here, and for the thickness, I just need 2 clear plates. So I could sandwich that in between here with my plates, but honestly, to keep it simple, I just put the 2 plates on top, and then I just run it through. And with that, I have my beautiful starburst piece of paper. So I'm going to put that aside, and let me put this down for a minute. I'm going to talk to you about the hybrid embossing folder. So what a hybrid embossing folder does is it cuts and embosses at the same time. So it comes like this. You have the beautiful butterflies. And what's really cool about this one is that let me get my catalog again. This you can actually line up on the fold and it will cut that butterfly so that it opens as the top of a card. Let's see if they got a sample here. Here we go. See how that is right there? So with that, you put it on the fold and that is now the front of your card. So here's an example of that. Let me see if you can see that. Again, I'm on page 40. But lots of cool things. I bought the little embellishments, so you know I'm going to be doing a shaker card within the next couple weeks. How could I not do that? So with your embossing folder, it's a 3D embossing folder. So you have a different way of cutting it. If I take this, and y'all pretend like you don't hear that phone ring in the background. I just took like a 6x6 piece of cardstock. I stuck it in my folder. And it embosses just like a regular folder. So for this one, since it is a 3D, I would only use my base plate and the 3D embossing plate, this one here, because it's the right thickness for a thicker folder. So that's what the look that I get if I run that through. I did that ahead of time. I probably should have done it for you. But either side, someone said, is there a right and a wrong side? It really just depends on the folder. A lot of our folders, I think, can be used either way, either with the push-through side or here with the inverted. I just think you get a different look. So it can be used as a folder. But if I take, I'm going to put this one back in here. These two are the dies that I'm using today. And they are like way cool. So let me put that there. To do this as a hybrid embossing folder, well, this die, let me show you. I got some sample pieces cut. So I can pick them up. All right. So this here is just a solid die. So that's what I get with my solid die. Very simple if I was just cut it out. This here is more of a detailed die. So I would get this if I was to cut it out. So I can actually layer these two together. They were made to work together, and you can see how pretty that is when they're together. But if I put these two together when I'm cutting, I would just simply, what I do is I would have it on my cardstock. I line them up, and then of course I put a piece of Post-it note to hold it together. But if you cut the two together, then you get this really cool outline because it cut one of these. Let me see if I can show you. Cut one of those, but then that was the outline. So you can layer the two together with two different colors. Or what I did with this one is I actually cut the designer paper out of the bold piece, this one here, and the two together to create the outline. And then you can even use it together for the designer paper. So it's really, really versatile in all the different things you can do. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you on my card, I wanted my butterfly to be a bit textured. I got stuff everywhere, y'all. So I don't know if you can see this. I'm going to cut this out of the Flirty Flamingo. And then this here is the designer paper, but I wanted to emboss it and cut it because I don't know if you could see it, I like the texture underneath the outline of the butterfly. If you can see how you can see that right there. So what I'll do is grab my machine again. I'll put it up here. And for the first one, let me get my scraps. I'm just going to take a piece of that Flirty Flamingo. I'm going to put my base plate. And then since it's just a die, I need to put that there because I need that extra thickness. Now here you do have to sandwich your plates, otherwise you're going to cut this. You don't want to do that. So put a clear acrylic plate. Place this here, and with this being a little more detailed, I'm going to put a piece of wax paper between that and the cardstock. It's only one kind of wax paper I know, good old Cut-Rite. And the reason I'm doing that is because it's going to make all my little pieces fall out a little bit better. So I've got my cardstock, my wax paper, just put my butterfly on top, and then one more acrylic plate. So when you do this, make sure it doesn't look, I don't have anybody at this time. Anyways, moving forward, because you know we're live, I will just put this through. And when I do that, I have my butterfly. So I'll put this aside. And see, I have my butterfly here. All these little pieces, well, I might as well just make a mess here. All these little pieces will come out. I'll just pull the paper off, the wax paper, and there I have my butterfly that I'm going to create with. Okay, blow those on your floor. Here we go. That's how productive I know I've been for the day, is when I can look on my floor and see cardstock. I love the feel between my feet. Alrighty, so here I'm going to do away with these. I'm taking just the base plate, and with the folder, let me set this aside. Okay. With the dies, there's a inverted type and then the inverted. So I'm going to take the bold die. I'm going to take the flat side. And when you put it in here, you can feel it hook. When it's in there, it's actually kind of hooked right there because the inside of that folder is right there with the die. So I'm going to do that. I will take my designer paper, and I'm going to put it the side that I want straight down like that, and I'm going to close it. Okay, so that's what I have. It's like a little sandwich. Then I will just, it's a 3D folder, so I'm just using the base plate, putting the crease in first, and using the gray, make sure that, I hope that didn't move. I don't think it did. Okay, the gray plate right there. And then I just put that through, and it goes very easily. So then when I take this out of my folder, I have this butterfly that is cut and embossed at the same time. And we have a couple different bundles that have the hybrid embossing folder. And they really, really are cool and versatile. That's what I love the most about it. Finished cleaning. Okay. So back to the card. I am going to, I've got my pieces here. Let me take my Picket tool and just make sure these are all out. But when I use the wax paper, it's a big help, and you don't always have to do it every time because it kind of leaves a little bit of a residue on the die. So if you're doing something that's real intricate and you're doing a lot of them, then you might just want to like do it every 4 or 5, turns, and then you'll have it. So here I'm going to take my basic white, and even though I've scored it, I like to match up my edges, make sure I'm right on there. And I'll take my bone folder and give that a good crease. So for my Starburst piece, even though it's the same color on the same color, no matter what it is, whether it's regular cardstock or whether it's white, I just think it's, I don't know, it's a cool look. I really like it. Instead of just having it all the front done. So with it being textured, I do like to use my Tombow liquid glue, turn it over. Oh, Jackie likes how I clean my stamping area. Jackie, when we first built this, well, we didn't build the house, we renovated it. And we put on a whole new roof structure, and I thought it was going to have a cathedral ceiling downstairs. Well, it ended up being like a whole nother room upstairs. It was that big. And of course, the guys are like, whoa, that's a man cave. And I looked at it and I said, are you kidding me? That's a stamp room if I ever saw it. And we chose not to put carpet up here because I knew it would be my stamp room, and sweeping would be so much easier. I wouldn't have to worry about staining the carpet or anything. So it's been a stamp room for 23 years. I love it. Alrighty, so now that I have these two, I'm going to take my Summer Splash Bloom Impressions, and I'm going to put these two together. There we go. And I really had a hard time picking what color I wanted to use because all of them were beautiful. Even the subtle, flowers at the back of this one. But I just love these colors together. You got your peach pie. Oh my goodness, and the Cool Caribbean is actually what it is, but I kind of like this Summer Splash because it was just a little bit deeper. So with this, I do want to put some dimensionals on. So I will do, here we go, and one in the middle for good measure. And then peel these off. So what have y'all thought about Sale-A-Bration so far? As far as the products and, have you enjoyed it? I know I have. 2 weeks ago, I created with those stinking cute little friendly seagulls. Oh my goodness. That was fun. I really like them. So here what I'm going to do, the first one, I think I did put these down flat. I guess I could. I could do that again. So I like to put a little bit of my Tombow. And the nice thing about the Tombow, you don't need a lot. Just dot it in a couple places because it really is strong. And when I do this, I always tell y'all that I like to take a damp paper towel, and then I don't have it, but I got it today. How's that? On the ball. All right, so here I'll put this here. So I can kind of move it, but when I do move it a little bit to get it all lined up, it gets on my fingers and on there. So I like to just take a damp paper towel and put it down because it actually gets the glue up where it's not supposed to be. This is damp too. And it's not on my fingers. I like that a lot. Now here I did already cut out the butterfly's body, and I know there's a special name for that. But to me it's a butterfly's body. And I just put it on there, pull this up top. Here we go. And we, my friends, have a beautiful textured butterfly. So now that I have it like this, I do kind of like to bend the wings a little bit, give it some texture. And then I can put it on here. I glued the other one. And I think I will, since I've already put that up on dimensionals. Y'all know the post office. They get little picky sometimes and want to charge you extra if you're too thick. We're not going to let that happen. So here I have my beautiful butterfly, and I'm going to take my Wink of Stella and just come in here. And by the way, this is pecan pie. I cut his little body out of pecan pie. It's such a beautiful color. It's very soft. Now the words. Showed you I was going to show you a little trick with the words, and that I'm going to do. So, oh, hey Mary, I'm glad you're here. She said, late again. It's my, you know, I lived for years by the motto, better late than never. In fact, I still kind of do. So, truth be known, it's just good to be here, and I love that you can always catch a replay. And Donna, glad you're here again too. So glad you're here. This is a card we're making with all the Sale-A-Bration items. Ta-da! Okay. So with the words right here, they're all in one. It says, in case you need me, I'm here. Now I can take my markers and marker that up individually. Like I can just take, see how I can have it separate, in case you need me. And then I'm here. So the way I get the two out of both of them is I could take my markers and mark it up. But I want to show you a different way too, because you might not have the markers. Now granted, if you join Stampin' Up! Before Friday, you will have all the markers you need because that's part of their special. So that would be great. But I'm taking a 1/2-inch strip and I'm going to lay it down, and I'm just going to ink the whole thing up in Summer Splash. Yeah, I love the hybrid folders too, Emily. This is another one. This is, if you go back and watch the beginning, but this is one where you can earn the stamp set right here for free and then just buy the hybrid folder, and it comes out even cheaper than doing the bundle. So here I save all my 1/2-inch strips when I'm cutting something because I know I'll need them. So here I'm just I'm lining up the in case you need me, like that. And I'm just going to take my scissors, and you get the little bit part there, but I'm just going to cut that right off. And I cut it at an angle. So in case you need me, so I'm going to hold on to that. Now I'm going to clean my stamp because I don't want in case you need me on there. And this is my chamois. I do keep it in one of our little cases, and it looks horrible, but it works. Works. I'm beginning to think all you need is one for a lifetime, because that's the original one I have. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to, let me grab a scrap piece of white. I forgot to do that. Let me grab that. All right. So I have a scrap piece of white. Ignore the season's greetings, because I'm going to, actually, no, I don't need a scrap of white. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm going to put it right there. That's why I didn't have it. Okay, so here what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of Scotch tape. Again, the markers work great, but if not, I just have a piece of clear Scotch tape. I did cut this little bit at an angle because I wanted to, it's where the letter here comes up there. So I'm just going to put this over the words I don't want. And I'm going to tell you right now, y'all, I have actually forgotten to take this tape off, and it's ugly if you do. So don't do that. I'll even show you. Okay, if you think, oh, you stamp it and you go to do it, that's what you're going to get. So you don't want to do that. So what I'm going to do is I will take my card and have it open. That's experience talking. You all know I'll teach you what to do, but I may teach you what not to do. But I will teach you something. So here I'm going to ink this up. I'm going to take my tape off. And of course, they don't have anything on there. Let me get it off my finger, of course. Okay, little huff. And then when I stamp it, I've got them here. So I've got them here, and then in there separately they have for you. So I'm here for you. And that's how you can omit different things. So you could take your markers and do each one. I've done that, I think I did that 3 videos ago. But you can also tape what you don't want, pull it off, and then you get your words. So I still wanted to put something in here. So what I did, let me get here my cutter. I wanted to still highlight this paper. So I have a 1.5-inch strip, and I thought, well, let me just cut that into a 1.5-inch square. So I did that. which left me with this. And then I thought, well, let me cut it diagonally and I could put it in each corner. So it's kind of, you kind of have to say a little prayer when you do it because it's not a whole lot to hold on to. But what I do is I have it lined up in the track. I do kind of hold that down, hold it tight, and then I've got my two triangles. So with this, I can pick it up. Good Lord. All right. Oh, glad it's 70 degrees. I'm going for a walk afterwards. That's so funny. Okay, so then what I have here, I'm going to put one in each corner like that. So I'll just take my adhesive and I will put this here and then this here like so. And I thought that added a lot. And then just because I could, and we have such cute butterflies in there, I'm going to take my butterfly and put them on there. So, yeah, Emily loves the folders too. Diane, you know, Diane, this is becoming one of my favorite stamp sets. So it's really a lot of fun. You know, just when you think you have enough butterflies, you really don't. So I don't fight it. So now what I'm going to do is I will take this piece here. I'm going to trim just a little bit off of that, a little more than I want. I will take my adhesive and just put it right here. And I just think it's a great card to send somebody because, again, everybody has something. So here we have, in case you need me, I'm here for you. Now we still need to put a couple embellishments on here. Everybody loves bling. So I will take this and my tool here. Take a pick tool, and I'm going to take these. They're beautiful embellishments. So I'm going to take that one, and let me see. Let me take one of these. The colors are great. I'll put that there. Oops, scoot over, baby. And let me do one of these right there. And a little bit of bling just always brings every bit of it together. So these are the cards. Like I said, that is with it open. I'm here for you. And close. So that is 3 Sale-A-Bration items right there that you can get for free. It would be a dilemma if you haven't already started getting some of them. They're wonderful. But again, Sale-A-Bration ends this Friday, y'all. So take advantage of that while you can. And don't forget, everybody who places a minimum $40 order, you're going to get my tutorial for 8 additional projects. So this is the February tutorial that I have. And on March 1st, I will have a new one. So every month, it's 8 new projects that I will send to you. And if you've already ordered, I have sent that PDF to you. So if you didn't get it, check your spam folder. But also, do me a favor and let me know, because I would want you to have it. You can also purchase it for $10.95. Just send me an email. And everybody who's on my team, they get it for free, because I want to share as much inspiration really with all of you as I can. And then don't forget, the starter kit, it's $125 in product. You can pick it from the annual catalog, the online exclusives, the mini catalog. And you pick $125, you only pay $99, there's no shipping, and you have 2 options. You can pick an additional $30 free for a total of $155 for $99, or you can go ahead and get the, select your $125, then you get the handmade design stamp set, and then you get to pick 2 of the markers, which are great to have, and they come in our colors. So we have the subtles, brights, neutrals, and regals. These are typically $35 each. So you get 2 family groups of the colors, and all that together is like an additional $91. And I always say the best part is you're part of my stamping family, and I'll be here for anything you need. I will help you with everything, but we also create a lot during the month. I create in person, we share on Facebook, and we also create by Zoom. So I'm here to help you any way you can. So if you liked what you saw today, please subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. Click the button and share. And I'm just so thankful that you're here. There is a slight chance I won't be here next Wednesday because I am going back to the Outer Banks for my last crop of the spring. I won't be back again till the fall. But anyways, I'll be packing up for the beach with classes and everything. So I might just jump on. If nothing else, it's like killing me to not be here because I love being with y'all. So if I'm not here, I will put it on my Facebook page and you'll know. But if I am, please join me. Next week, noontime, we will be into March, which is just crazy. But I hope you all have a blessed day. I hope you get outside and do something no matter what your weather is like. And again, thanks for all your support. Take care now. May God bless. Bye-bye.